Hello. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Erin, and I am just over 3 months off of benzodiazepine, and if you want to be technical, amitriptyline, which is a SSRI, I believe, antidepressant. So, yeah, that's what we're doing, just sharing the journey on what every day looks like, whether it's good, bad. I've been happy, smiling, crying. It's so up and down that I thought, why the heck not document it all? Because that's what we do now. Which can be really, really nice to look back. When you're feeling like you're stuck, look back and see, my phone is falling. Look back and see just how far you've come. I don't know why, but like today I'm just having like problem after problem after problem. I am trying to get my OBS studios up, which is got the timer and has the chat and everything, but I'm thinking that I might have to get another computer because the computers that I have at the house are old and it seems like it has a lot of lag and it just doesn't have, they're just too old, I'm guessing, because our internet's really fast. We get the fastest one. So I'm kind of feeling like I might have to wait until I get another computer, but it is what it is. At least I have my phone. So today I feel like it's definitely better than yesterday. That pins and needles feeling that I've been having over the past three or 4 days has gotten so much better. I feel like I guess have more windows than waves. I felt pretty decent last night to the point where I almost didn't want to go to sleep because come 4 o'clock in the morning, I start having the body aches, the uncomfortable feeling, the just all kinds of that's my yucky time, is probably from 4 o'clock to noon is when I feel the most crappiest. So I almost didn't want to go to bed last night because I just was trying to enjoy how I was feeling. It had been 3 months since I felt like I can actually breathe and just feel like there was some progress that was happening. I didn't feel amazing, but it was the first time in a long time where I noticed improvement, which is, I'm really looking forward to that. I think today I'm just feeling like the littlest thing can get me feel overwhelmed. Kind of that pit in your stomach when things happen. That's kind of where I am today. I've had the mental issues where I just feel dark and sad and overwhelmed and that sort of thing. I think I've had that more than the body issues, the physical. I definitely have both, but I notice my mental issues more than my physical issues because the mental kind of hang around constantly, as where the physical, it's kind of, a 6, a 5, a 4, a 7, it ranges. But the mental is definitely there, darker and more agitated and overwhelmed and all of that stuff. I'm definitely trying to stay busier. I don't want to do too much because that makes me feel overwhelmed, having too much to do. It's ridiculous. But I'm just trying to, set up my studio for YouTube and just try to do some stuff that's fun and I enjoy doing. What else? So I think I'm going to just, for now, get a microphone that is, connects to the phone. I think I'm going to do that for now because when I get the microphone, I don't know. I wish I had somebody that because my husband's an IT director, so he does the computers and all that stuff. And I was like, can you help me figure this I have my IBS studio, like everything's set up. I just don't know how to change it to that for live, and how, like, all of that is starting to get confusing to me. So I might just stay on the phone a little bit longer, and because I can work. It's hard because I really want to do the OBS studios. Like, I really want to do it, but I feel like I don't want it to lag and then just be really difficult. Anyway, started talking to myself just now. Like, I was thinking out loud. I was able to get a little bit of laundry done. I was able to unload the dishwasher, to vacuum the floor. I got some stuff done. I cooked dinner last night. It was so nice. I love cooking. And I really enjoy when my husband, he like sends me recipes and all that. But when he takes like his first bite, I'm always waiting to see him be like, oh yeah, that's amazing. Like, I don't know why. I find it so satisfying, because for most of my life, for a lot of it, I was a stay-at-home mom. So when I started having kids, so all of you know I'm an aesthetic instructor. I was an esthetician for 10 years, became an instructor, and now I've been doing all of that for 15 years. I've worked everywhere, but when I first started having kids, I stayed at home. And then when my daughter was a couple years, I went to the casino and did that for a couple years, and then was pregnant with my son. Worked a little bit, and then was a stay-at-home mom until he went to school. And the only reason that I did work when my daughter was 2 or 3 years old is because I had family. So she's only been to daycare maybe 5 times in her life. Other than that, it's been with me or family. My son, he's been to daycare once his whole life. He cried the whole time, and they called me and was like, you have to come pick him up. We don't know what to do. He won't stop crying. Yes. So I worked in between all of that, and I really love the 50s mentality, where it's not for everybody, for sure. Like, I've worked and had a career, and I'm back and forth between taking care of the kids and having a career and all that. But I really do. I don't mean to like make it sound like blow his head, bigger, but I really do have the most amazing husband, where when I was working, whoever got off first would go pick up the kid, would go get, at the time, my daughter from my aunt's house or my cousin's house or whatever. And then by the time I would get home, she would already be in the bath or whatever. Like, we are just such a good team. So like, I just always have had that 50s mentality, where I do really like to stay home and keep the house and cook the meals and do all that. I like that. It works for me. It definitely doesn't work for everybody, but I like it. But when the kids are out of the house, I'm not gonna want to do that. I'm gonna want to work and do something different. So, but for now, I like picking them up, and I've always been there, like I said, they've always been with me. My husband and I are family. So yeah, when my husband like takes a bite of something, I'm always like, how is it? Is it good? Like, it just makes me feel, I think a lot of you will understand when I say, when we're going through this, in our own heads, we're feeling like we're not doing enough, or we're a burden or whatever. And I feel like the littlest things, doing the laundry, and then him coming home and saying, thanks for doing the laundry, and the house smells great, and it helps. It helps with me feeling like I'm not a burden. It helps with me feeling like I'm contributing, and that really, really helps me. So like last night we had artichokes, and then we had steak cut up with potatoes. And the recipe that I had, you know, you cook the steak, you take it out, cook the potatoes, and then it's like paprika or paprika, butter, you know, like this concoction. And it was like a really big success. Of course, the artichokes could have stayed in it a little bit longer, but you know, it's nice when my husband, because he leaves at 5:30 with our daughter, drops her off and goes to work. So like when I get home from taking our son to soccer and he's like asleep on the couch or whatever, and I can like cook dinner and do stuff, I feel like I'm contributing in such a good way. It feels really good because he's resting finally, because he's former military, so he's a veteran, and they just have this like get done what has to get done and don't complain about it. And you know, like, he's exhausted, he's up at 5:30 and I'm in the house. And even with dinner last night, he's like, can I help? Like, what can I do? And I'm like, no, go rest. Like, are you sure I can help? And I love the fact that I found throughout this process of this medication withdrawal that I found what really does help. I found the things that I do like to do and I do need to get done in a day that can really make me feel like I contributed, which is dinner, picking up the kids, and soccer practice. Even if I don't clean the house, I do try to do a little bit. But yeah, like the big things: cook dinner, pick up the kids, and take him to his game. My daughter was in gymnastics for a long time. She competed. I think she's won 8 medals at this point. And I think she wants to do volleyball next year, but it's something that we put them in what they want to do. Like, she wanted to be in gymnastics. She was just a natural. She could do back walkovers, the splits, front walkovers, all of that without ever being taught. When she did it, she immediately just went straight into competition. Within 6 months, she started doing competition because she was already like, and I was like that as a kid. So, and then our son wanted to do soccer. So like, we just put them in what they want to do. I just like them to do something, but let them pick. So like, she didn't do anything this year, and I was like, okay, what are you thinking for next year? Volleyball? Yeah, I might want to do volleyball. Okay. But again, she gets up at like 4:30 to go to school and be there by 7 because she has to catch the bus. She has to be driven to the bus because it's not public school. Neither of them are in public school. One's in magnet, one's in charter. And they've always been in charter. Our school system out here is really, really, really bad. Even being in a charter school, we're looking to put them both in private school at this point. Because I feel like they just need that extra attention. Where charter school is really good because you're limited to how many seats are in a classroom, which is really great. Like, I think it's like 25 per classroom at their school. My daughter's old school, my son's school now. I think it's a max of 25 students. But we're just, the public school that we're looking at putting them into is a Christian-based private school, and it's rated like one of the best ones out here. There's 2. There's a Catholic one and a Christian one. But I am talking to the people from that school and trying to have them open an aesthetics program or like skincare, makeup classes, whatever. They couldn't do it this year because of budget, but they might do it next year, which is really big for me because if we put them both in, if I'm working there, they get 50% off tuition. So I'd be doing 2 for 1. So if they both get in, I would be paying for one 50% off for each of them. And then I would be working to pay the other, the remainder of the tuition, which is phenomenal if that works out. because, you know, nowadays what is going on in our world and all that is just is really scary to have kids that are in school and out of your sight, and then to hear some of the stories when they come home. I'm like, no, we need to get you guys out of there. The charter schools were really good for a bit. So I just pretty much rambled on, but it's okay, you know? It's what's going on, it's life. Tonight, since I'm taking my son to soccer, I do like Costco. I don't do frozen food except for Costco. And I'll do like frozen waffles for them because they have to eat quick in the morning or whatever. But if I can, I like to make the waffles or make the pancakes or whatever if I can. So as far as frozen food, the only dinners that we have are frozen are from Costco. So like the lasagnas. I think that's I don't do a lot of frozen stuff. I don't like it, and I don't think it's like good to have all that processed in there, especially when you're coming off of, you know, doing withdrawal. I don't think it's good. So I'm gonna pop that in, take him to soccer, and pick up our girl on the way home. She's going to friends after school. I'm just kind of taking it like it's not even minute to minute today, it's kind of hour to hour, which is a relief. I do enjoy going to pick them up because I enjoy the sun and going outside, and it's warming up here, so I do enjoy that, which thank goodness. But today is a much better day. I am definitely still, you know, a little ways away, but it's a much better day, and those days kind of can keep you having hope, I guess. All right, I didn't realize I rambled on for almost 18 minutes, but I did. I had a lot to say, I guess. I will see you guys tomorrow, and then I will see you guys Monday for the live at 12 o'clock. All right, see you guys. Bye.